thank you to everyone that's tuning back into another CSE listed issuer update. I'm speaking today with Jason Barnard. He is the president and CEO of Foremost Lithium Resource and Technology Limited, trades on the CSE under the symbol FAT. Jason, I appreciate your time. How are you today?
I'm good, Anil. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. You've got a really interesting story to tell. For viewers that might not be familiar with your company, why don't we start off with a brief introduction?
Well, thanks. I'm Jason Barnard. I am the CEO of Foremost Lithium, which is a hard rock lithium exploration, extraction, and mining company based in Snow Lake, Manitoba. And we are in the business of proving up lithium in the ground and for potential delivering it out to a nearby mine. And also, we are constantly drilling in our area. We have four different sized properties. We call them the Lithium Lane properties. And we're always looking for new discoveries. We've made discoveries in the past. We have one property with a reserve on it, and we'll be in there soon drilling again.
Jason, I want to jump into the global focus on energy decarbonization. I want to pick your brain a little bit here. Can you talk to us and our audience a little bit about why this is happening and why it's so important for investors to be paying attention?
Well, the sort of movement to electric vehicles from traditional carbon-based engines that create a lot of pollution. Well, it not only is good for the environment, but it's helps countries get their pollution under control. And there's just no stopping it. The move to electric vehicles is fast upon us. So I would suggest that anyone finds a way to invest in it locally, or let's call it local North America wise. It becomes a geopolitical situation where you want to onshore into North America the electric vehicle supply chain, whereby you create the battery manufacturers, you create the electric vehicle manufacturers, and you want to find the lithium in North America or its free trade partners also to sort of take the power, if you will, away from China. So we don't want to be dependent on another country for not only lithium, the material that goes into electric vehicle batteries, but also the supply chain, whereby China could just stop everything in a moment's notice if they decided to stop sending us the cathodes and everything we need for electric vehicles. So very much a local situation where we need to onshore the lithium and the electric vehicle supply chain, and then worldwide, it's an environmental thing. It's a greenhouse gas thing, and it's necessary.
So the focus of Foremost Lithium Resource and Technology is exploration and growth of 3 lithium projects. They are located in Snow Lake, Manitoba. Can you talk to us a little bit about that region and why it's so significant?
Yes, Snow Lake, Manitoba, a very mining friendly, exploration friendly part of the world. Hud Bay Minerals has a mill right 15 miles away from where we drill off lithium, where they are producing base metals. So very much friendly environment. Also the infrastructure, the roads, the trains, and that part of the world, Manitoba, 90% hydroelectric power also. So once again, environmentally friendly source of power. There in Snow Lake, Manitoba, we're just east of Flin Flon, known for hundreds of years of 100 years of mining. So all the infrastructure there, and it's important because location's everything so far as mining and exploration.
Absolutely. So the 3 projects that you have in Snow Lake, Manitoba, there's the Grass River project, you have the Zorro project, and the Jean Lake project.
Yes, we also have the Peg North project. There's four in total properties, 43,000 acres. Zorro has 16 spodumene-bearing pegmatite dikes. We found lithium on many dikes, and we have a reserve on Zorro. So that's our flagship property where we have a reserve, and we'll be going back in there to drill off more reserves coming up here. If you want to read our news releases, we've talked about drill programs up and coming. The other properties, Gene Lake, we've also hit lithium on. And interestingly enough, we've also hit a gold discovery. We've hit 7.5 grams per ton gold over 7.5 meters, which people are very interested in that property because gold and lithium together. But this is gold country. And that's how we originally went into Snow Lake. We knew for decades that they were hitting lithium in the cores while they were drilling off base metals, zinc, gold. And that's why we homed in on Snow Lake, and that's why we've continued to drill off lithium there.
Very interesting. So 2023 was a pretty good year for you and your team. There was a lot of news. Can you walk us back to 2023 and some of your important milestones that you and your team met?
Yes. Well, one important milestone, interestingly enough, is we listed on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange. We did that on August 22nd, symbol FMST on the NASDAQ. And that was quite the milestone to be able to be in a top technological exchange like the NASDAQ. So big milestone there as well. We did drill on Gene Lake last spring, and we hit lithium in Dike 1. Which connects to Dike 2, where we've hit in the past. And then we found that gold discovery that I just mentioned, where we hit 7.5 grams per ton gold over 7.5 meters. That was rather serendipitous. It's a nice problem to have, hitting high-grade gold discovery as well as lithium. So a lot happened in 2023, and but leading into 2024, even a lot more drilling.
You mentioned that there's a drill program upcoming. Can you talk to us about 2024 and what's to be expected from your company?
Yes. So, we have three drivers of growth at Foremost Lithium. Most companies would only have one. They'd just be looking for lithium. We found lithium, and we have a reserve on Zorro, our flagship property. So we're going to go back in there and drill a 7,500 meter drill program. And we will be doing and clicking in on another resource estimate soon from that drill program when we're done. So one way of growing is drill off reserves, drill the asset in the ground, make it bigger. And then we also will be going to Gene Lake again, where we found discoveries, and we're going to find the source of the lithium there on the Gene Lake property. We've got a 2,500 meter drill program planned there. So lots of growth that should come from these drill programs, and lots of activity with the drills for Foremost Lithium.
And there was another project that you had mentioned that you and your team picked up, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we have lithium properties in Quebec, but I think when you and I were talking, I might have mentioned that we also have a wholly owned group of gold and silver properties called the Winston group of properties. And this is a previously producing silver gold mine in the 80s. And we've recently graded upwards of 20 grams per ton gold and 4,000 grams per ton silver on this vein system. That is the asset that the company originally IPO'd on before it went into the lithium space. And we're not really getting any value for Winston, but we are going to go and monetize that asset this year as we go explore for gold and silver down in New Mexico.
It's going to be another busy year for you and your team as we move forward then. Jason, can you talk to us a little bit about your background? How did you get into this space?
Well, yes, how I got into it. I was a broker at a firm called McDermott St. Lawrence, which was taken over by Raymond James. I also was a Canaccord Genuity stockbroker up until 2004. So, 30 years in the capital market space, always investing, and that brought me to where I was the largest shareholder in Foremost Lithium. a 10% shareholder. So I got involved with management and getting on the board because of my large position. So coming from the capital markets space, but always in mining and exploration. So you've sort of learned the industry while you're investing money for yourself and other people. And that's what led me to become CEO of Foremost Lithium.
So, Jason, of course, your projects are in a friendly jurisdiction. There's lots of infrastructure. You've got a great background in the capital markets. What else would you say differentiates a company like Foremost Lithium and your team from some of your peers that might be in the space?
Well, one key factor that people should consider when investing the Foremost and what should drive them towards our symbol and our is that we are situated near one of only two hard rock lithium concentrate mines in North America. One is in a little south of us in Manitoba. It's called the Tanco Mine. You can Google it, TANCO, and it's a lithium concentrate mine. So we are able to look towards a future revenue stream. Well, how do you do this? You dig it up, you crush it, and you send your oxide ore to that concentrate mine, and you can receive funds for delivering that ore out, which most of the time when you're drilling off your reserves in lithium, you don't have a mine around you. There's not many in North America, so we're quite lucky. The other one's in Quebec, by the way. It's called the NAL mine, and that started production after the Tanco mine. But that really differentiates us because being able to ship ore can get you, sort of from A to B while you're drilling off a larger resources insofar as a revenue stream.
Got it. As always, we encourage our viewers to go to your website, sign up for your press releases, do the due diligence on your projects and your team. Where would you direct anyone that wants to do more homework on your company?
Yes, if you go to the website, go to the investor section, you can go to the presentations. I would also, we trade on the NASDAQ, so we do have research reports that have recommended us. They have higher price targets. So there's a couple of research reports on there that dig down and have a view from a research analyst's eyes on our company. So the website, investor section, and research reports is a great place to start.
Perfect. Well, Jason, we wish you and your team nothing but success as you move forward on this path in 2024. I look forward to hosting you on again, maybe in a couple of months, once you've done your drill program, where we can provide another update to everybody watching. You've been listening to Jason Barnard. He is the president, CEO of Foremost Lithium Resource and Technology Limited. Jason, I appreciate your time and thank you very much.